Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to an episode of Folders and Backlist, the mid-morning solar cipher. I am Ebony Jefferson, certified spiritual life coach, certified meditation teacher, herbal healer, and mentor of magic. Sending you guys much love, high vibrations, and positive energy throughout the airwaves. Word. Blessings on making today a better day than yesterday, and blessings on utilizing today as a stepping stone for creating your best version of tomorrow. Ashe, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. So, this morning, I would like to dedicate this episode to a discussion on healing. More than just the word, but to gain an actual understanding of what healing is, why it's so important, the different areas in life that we need to be healed, as well as how to begin that process. So, what is healing? By definition, healing is the process of making or becoming whole. I really like this because it focuses, or it makes me focus on two things. One, the process, which indicates time, steps or procedure, and patience. And number two, wholeness, which is really important because when something is whole, it's complete and it has the ability to fulfill its purpose and to be utilized as it was intended. Think of a cup. Its purpose is to hold water. If it's cracked, it still can hold water, but not for long. It's going to leak. Now imagine that you're that cup. So many of us are going through life cracked, from heartbreak through trauma, loss, shame, doubt, fear, and we're never taught how to heal. Many of us are taught to get over it. Many of us are taught to live with it. Many of us are told to deal with it. But how often have you been told or taught to heal from it? And how do you even begin to heal? I mean, has anyone ever written out a blueprint? I'm a true believer of as above, so below. What you cannot find on the outside, you will always find within. And when it comes to healing, I learned it's the exact same thing. Our physical bodies have the ability to heal from unimaginable levels of trauma, from cuts, burns, bruises, broken bones, loss of limbs, punctures, you name it. The human body is absolutely amazing. Through observation of physical healing, I have applied a very similar approach to healing myself spiritually and emotionally. And today I want to share that with you again. For me, my healing journey started with awareness of my unhappiness, awareness of my exhaustion, awareness of my loneliness. I had to recognize what did not feel good or what did not feel right within my life. When our physical bodies show signs or symptoms of disease, be it coughing, aching, sneezing, stuffing head, fever, whatever, that is our awareness that we have an illness, or I'm going to use the term disease. Why? Because disease, dis-ease, is exactly what we experience in our emotional and our spiritual and our financial lives just the same. Seeing the areas in my life where I did not feel good, where I was not happy as a form of dis-ease, allowed me to understand that healing was the only remedy for me. Once I gained better awareness of my dis-ease, my symptoms, right? I was able to then make a diagnosis, give name to my problems. Now, I'm always telling people words are spells, cast responsibly. Names give dominion, it gives power. When you know the name of something or someone, when you give name to something, it now has presence, it has life, it is now real, whether it's only in your imagination or it's physically in your hand. When something has a name, it has life. And we cannot begin to heal areas of ourself, of our life, when we don't give them an actual name. So once you have awareness that something is wrong and you've been able to diagnose or give a name to what the problem is, right? Be it fear, be it shame, loneliness, unhappiness, then you can begin to apply a remedy or form of treatment for the problem, the dis-ease. Now, depending on your specific area of dis-ease, the remedy and treatment is going to vary dramatically. Trauma itself varies dramatically and affects everyone differently. Some people can experience a situation and walk out of it fine with no residual effects later on to how they think, feel, or process, go about their day to day life. Others can go through that same situation and be left paralyzed or crippled with fear, doubt, reservations, worry, and just like with our physical bodies, you don't treat a surface level cut the same way you would treat a third degree bone, a third degree burn, or a broken bone. You wouldn't apply the same method for healing the loss of a child or a parent or a loved one with the same steps that you will go about applying a loss in your finances or your job or even of your home. So, a big part of the remedy is coming to terms with the reality, the trauma. Knowing you're afraid is a good thing. Knowing why you're afraid will allow you to heal from the fear, to become whole in a situation where you once felt hopeless, powerless, or too small to handle whatever was going on. Knowing that you feel lonely, but not knowing why you feel lonely is a great way to end up surrounded by a bunch of people and still feeling alone. A large part of the healing process is understanding and respecting the initial trauma that triggered the need to heal in the first place. This allows us, one, to avoid repeating the same trauma over. Two, it allows us to take into consideration what we did not have then that we need now in order to move forward. And healing is a journey. Remember, it's a process. It takes time. There are steps. One of the most vital is self reflection, a shadow work, as many of us in the spiritual community like to call it. Ask yourself some of these questions. Where do I feel emotionally stuck? What am I afraid of? Where am I leaking or giving so much of myself that I'm constantly exhausted? What do I need to release in order to begin to heal and to feel whole again? Deep thought on questions like this, journaling exercises, talking with a therapist, a life coach, or some sort of professional, even a really trusted family member or a friend, is a great way to start remedying and applying treatment to these areas of dis-ease. I know for me, one of my big areas, as I mentioned before, was general unhappiness. And I took the time to ask myself what happiness was for me. It was was a question that took a very long time to answer, and I find that the answer isn't written in stone. It changes and evolves so much. But by asking this question, by identifying what didn't make me happy and playing on the things that made me happy as a child and all the things that would make me happy if I could, right? Allowed me to get a clear understanding of what happiness really meant to me. And that allowed me to begin to implement small steps to acquiring my level of happiness on a daily basis. I healed. Financial healing and trauma is often under spoken on. I don't know if people do correlate trauma with finances, but loss and lack are traumatic, especially when the result of it is ongoing or repetitive. For those of us who were never taught good spending habits, who were never taught saving, investing, how to grow money, how to make money work, we were only taught to spend, spend, spend. We might find ourselves in a position in our adult lives later on in life, at any point in time in life, where lack of financial stability causes us to feel less than whole. Financial healing begins with understanding, with identifying your circumstances, your abilities, your capabilities, your laziness, and where you have not applied yourself fully. Again, through awareness, through understanding and diagnosis, we can begin to remedy. And this is so important because going back to the definition of healing, that second big thing for me, wholeness, being able to fulfill our purpose. I start every episode by sending love and light and truly, truly wishing and sending an energy that we can utilize today as a stepping stone for a better version of our tomorrows, because that's what we all aspire to have a better day tomorrow than we had today, no matter how great today is, right? You always want to have better and not worse. And part of us living our best life, part of us being our best version of self is to fulfill our purpose, to not be used in this life, but to be utilized as a tool for others to live their best lives, for this planet to exist on its highest vibration frequency, for us all to just be truly happy for whatever happiness means for us as an individual. So, the journey of healing, I believe, is so important for us to actually live out our purpose, for us to find true happiness, for us to experience wholeness. Though it's impossible for me to even imagine every area of life, self, love, business, um, just anywhere where we could feel less than whole, where we can feel broken or shattered in some form or sense. I truly do believe that the journey to healing is still the same. Whether you're healing from a physical ailment, a spiritual woe, financial troubles, emotional heartbreak, take time to become aware of the fact that you are not whole, that you do feel some form of lack or less than. Once you become aware that you have any level of dis-ease, be it physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, social, through awareness, you can give name, and from name, you gain understanding. That diagnosis the naming and understanding of what is lacking, what is uncomfortable, what is not right for you, you can begin the steps to remedy, to treat, to heal, to become whole. Because you deserve it. It's not just what I want for you, it's what you deserve. It's what we all deserve, to live our life feeling complete, knowing that we can fulfill our purpose, that we can be utilized to our fullest extent, that our time on this physical planet was for something and meant something. So I hope this resonates. I hope it finds who it needs to find when it needs to find you. And I hope that it was useful and your it gives you something to think about, and maybe some ways to that you can apply remedies to your own life. And I think that's about it. Oh, being that this is going to be uploaded on YouTube, I got to make sure I say it. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share this content with anyone that you think it might resonate with, anyone you think that it might benefit. I appreciate it, and I'm sure they will too. Later, guys.